Scarcity does not mean everything is running out. It means wants are larger than available resources. A family has limited income, a city has limited land, a factory has limited machines, and a student has limited study hours. Economics begins here because every choice becomes necessary when time, money, labor, materials, or attention cannot cover every desire at once. The key mechanic is allocation. If a resource is scarce, someone or something must decide where it goes. That decision can happen through prices, queues, rules, auctions, rationing, relationships, luck, or government policy. Scarcity is not only a problem of not enough, it is a problem of deciding who gets what, when, and why. Imagine a family with one monthly paycheck. They may want better groceries, school fees, a vacation, emergency savings, and a new phone. Scarcity forces trade-offs. Paying for the phone may delay savings. Saving for emergencies may cancel the vacation. The money did not disappear, it had to be assigned to one use instead of another. Scarcity also exists for businesses. A bakery with one oven cannot bake unlimited bread and cakes at the same time. If it uses the oven for wedding cakes, fewer loaves are produced. If flour prices rise, the bakery must adjust recipes, prices, portions, or profit margins. The business faces scarcity of equipment, ingredients, labor, and customer patience. Governments face scarcity on a larger scale. A city budget cannot fully fund every road, hospital, park, school, and transport project in the same year. When officials choose a bridge, they may postpone a clinic. When they subsidize electricity, they may reduce spending elsewhere. Public scarcity is hidden when speeches promise everything, but budgets reveal the trade-off. Scarcity creates opportunity cost, which means the value of the next best option you give up. If you spend 2 hours watching a movie before an exam, the cost is not only the ticket or subscription. It is the revision you did not do, the sleep you lost, or the calm you sacrificed before the test. Prices often respond to scarcity because prices communicate pressure. If many people want rental apartments and few units are available, rents tend to rise. That higher rent signals buyers, renters, builders, and investors that space is tight. The signal may feel unfair, but it carries information about demand pressing against limited supply. Scarcity can be temporary or structural. Temporary scarcity happens when a storm disrupts supply of bottled water for a few days. Structural scarcity happens when a growing city has years of housing shortage because building approvals, land, infrastructure, and construction capacity lag behind population growth. The solution differs depending on which type you face. Technology can reduce some scarcity, but it rarely removes scarcity completely. Online learning makes knowledge cheaper to access, but attention and time remain limited. Efficient farming produces more food, but water, soil, storage, and distribution still matter. When one bottleneck improves, another bottleneck often becomes visible. Scarcity explains why free goods can still have hidden costs. A free concert ticket may cost hours in traffic. Free software may cost privacy or time learning it. A free public service may cost taxes or waiting. The price tag is only one way scarcity appears. Sometimes the scarce resource is convenience, control, or data. A dangerous misunderstanding is thinking scarcity is always created by greed. Greed can worsen shortages, but scarcity can exist even when everyone is kind. 10 patients may need 5 available hospital beds. 3 excellent candidates may want 1 scholarship. Good intentions do not multiply the resource. They only influence how the painful allocation is handled. Scarcity also shapes personal behavior. When money feels scarce, people may focus on immediate bills and ignore long-term planning. When time feels scarce, they may choose quick food, skip exercise, or delay relationships. Scarcity narrows attention toward the urgent. That can be useful in emergencies, but harmful when it becomes permanent. Businesses sometimes create artificial scarcity to increase desire. Limited drops, countdown timers, restricted seats, and exclusive memberships use scarcity psychology. The product may not truly be impossible to produce. The seller limits access to make the buyer act quickly. Real scarcity constrains society. Artificial scarcity often manipulates attention and urgency. Scarcity can encourage innovation. If fuel is expensive, companies look for efficiency. If land is limited, builders design taller buildings or smaller apartments. If skilled labor is scarce, firms train workers or automate tasks. The pressure of limited resources can push people to use resources more carefully. But scarcity can also create conflict. When water, housing, jobs, or medical care feel limited, groups may blame each other. Political arguments often become intense because people are not debating abstract numbers. They're debating access to real-life needs. Scarcity turns policy into personal security. A practical takeaway is to ask what resource is actually scarce. In one problem, it may be money. In another, skilled people. In another, time, trust, land, information, or coordination. Solving the wrong scarcity wastes effort. A restaurant with empty tables does not need more seats. It may need more customers or faster service. Scarcity is not a depressing idea. It is a clarity tool. It explains why choices exist, why trade-offs cannot be avoided, and why every promise has a cost somewhere. When you understand scarcity, you stop asking why everyone cannot have everything immediately and start asking how limited resources can be used with the least waste and the most value. The point is simple. Scarcity makes economics real. It appears in homes, companies, cities, hospitals, schools, and daily schedules. Every budget, price, queue, shortage, and priority list is a response to it. The better you see scarcity, the better you understand why choices are hard and why smart decisions begin by naming the constraint. Scarcity becomes useful when you stop asking, "Why can't everyone have everything?" and start asking, "What is the bottleneck?" In a family, the bottleneck may be monthly income. In a factory, it may be machine time. In a city, it may be land, water, road space, or tax money. The moment the bottleneck is clear, the argument becomes less emotional and more practical. This also explains why fairness arguments can become difficult. Two people may both deserve help, but the available resource may not stretch far enough. A school can want smaller classes, better sports facilities, and newer computers, but the budget may only cover one priority this year. Scarcity forces ranking, and ranking creates disappointment even when nobody is acting badly. A practical way to use this idea is to name the scarce resource before choosing a solution. If time is scarce, adding more information may not help. If trust is scarce, lowering the price may not fix the deal. If skilled workers are scarce, buying more equipment may not increase output. The right solution depends on the actual constraint, not the loudest complaint. Scarcity does not mean life is hopeless. It means every real decision has limits. The skill is learning which limit matters most. When you can spot the scarce resource, you can understand prices, queues, budgets, shortages, and trade-offs with much less confusion. Scarcity is not only an economics word. It is the reason choices have weight.